Motrimis mama la capre, motrimis mama la capre.
Previously on
Let's get it on! Foot cavalry. Because we are that poor. We can't afford horses to all of our cavalry unit. You would just have to run along the troops and make horse noises. That's how the Getaean army deals with lack of horses. The sad tale of General Flatusius, the main leader of the Breuci army. 2 years he's been campaigning successfully against the Dorsi, and here we are charging into the Brazen Bears, just like we practice, boys. This is the what's left of the Brazen Bear army, the main professional army of the Breuci. They're not looking so healthy. Shame for display. These are, I think, the Xenos scum. Yeah, I was reluctant to actually charge with them because they will get some kills and get some glory, which they don't deserve because they're not real men. But eventually, I relent and they will join the fun. Us to pay to you for trading rights. So no, we are kind of insulted.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
And welcome to an exciting new episode of Let's Get It On. And what a way to start an episode, decimation. But this time we were expecting this, because this was the mutiny. I hoped for only like 200 or 300 casualties, but of course we got the whole thing, at least 508 men. So yeah, but they were traitors, and I'm glad they're dead. And looks like the bandits actually did manage to intimidate us, I guess, because the other parties got more influence now, which might turn out really bad for us, because we might get overlooked again. Well, and of course, failure Finuza 2.0, this time ruining our relations with the one Celtic tribe that was willing to consider maybe trading with us. So good job there. So first thing first, we need to check how bad our political situation is. Not bad at all. Only we were 47, and after each of the parties got 10 more influence, it went down to 45. Once again, math eludes me. I have no idea how these calculations were made or even conceived, and honestly, as long as it didn't hurt us that much, I don't really mind that much. And I think one army leveled up. Probably the followers of Cotis. No, not the followers of Cotis. Which army leveled up? Ah, the one that fought. Oh god, well, what kind of a noise was that? So what should we give them? We can become better at defense, better at plundering, better at skirmishing, or just better, or just ambushers. I guess we'll just be better. It's only 1%, but it's 1% for everything. So yep, we will take this. And before I forget, let's move the witch, the wicked witch of the horde. Let's move her towards Norea. What is the shortest route to Norea? I guess this one. So, and we can also activate her, which is nice. And now I guess it's time to take over the city. I think the city is totally empty, yes, because we did manage to kill everybody. So quite an anticlimactic end. So now we need to decide what to do with the city. I guess we need to raise it, because that's how we roll, and we already have too many foreigners, and only this will help us solve that problem. How many people do we have here? Only in air quotes. Can you hear the air quotes? Only about 9,500 foreigners, which is bad considering we have here a gazillion of them. I'm pretty sure this will turn the table, and yes, we are warring foreign population. That's just a lovely modifier that we have. And there's also, look, they have, oh, it's not even a new king, it's a new general, who cares, because we will just slaughter him and not even do a proper battle. We will do an auto reserve on a protective stance, because we are brave like that. And let's see how many men he kills. Probably hundreds. 'Cause that's our luck lately. Mutiny here. Yeah, what? 162? How? How? They only had 200 men, and we had 3,800. Should we ransom them or no? Let's enslave. Actually, enslaving might give us more problems in Noria. So yeah, let's just no. We will. Let's ransom. Because yeah, it will give us some problems in Noria with too many slaves. Can we do something with the army? No. And let's move the spies since we are here, and move it towards. I guess Roma should start stealing food from Patavium. Slowly but surely. And look at this, the Wrath of Armatus. Oh, these were the guys that were fighting the Breuci. All they can do now is stare at us taking the city. There's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do about it is get even more wrathful. So let's see what the capital of the Breuci was all about. Let's see the modifiers. Suggestica, +1 food, good, -1 growth, -10 tax, of course, -5% farming, +2 trade, +6 industrial potential. So another industrious area. And I guess we should. Oh, we have. I forgot we have tons of money, but that's about to change drastically. We can build here an abandoned forest and get some timber. Maybe then someone will want to trade with us. So yeah, we will of course do that. Hopefully prevent the building of a slums. But speaking of slums, the last thing we need in Noria is slums, because slums means that first of all a lot more unhappiness, and they are already at the brink of open rebellion. In just 3 turns we might have a scuffle here with the locals. And so we should do our best to stop the formation of slums. That means building something here. Warrior Lodge, no. Commons, no. It's between sacred enclosures, building some kind of a temple, to building cattle pens of either cattle or Celts. Maybe we will build a Celtic pen. Just an enclosed area where we keep our Celts. Because, memes aside, we might just want to go this path and get more friendly with the ship-shagging Celts. Because look at this, at level 2 of this building, which will cost us 10,000 monies, which is an astronomical amount for us, and probably a lot more because of all of the nasty modifiers. But if we do that, we get an option to recruit these guys, and these guys are kind of nice. Alpine phalanxes. They are not as good as the Helvetzi band. They have a slightly 10 less armor, but they are very reasonably priced. Instead of paying them the Helvetzi, I think it's like 250, and they have an upkeep of 140, and a recruitment of only 845. So this can be a really nice frontline unit, because they also have a shield wall and reform the line. And I'm not really sure the Helvetzi have that. Let's see. No, they don't have that. So this is a spear unit. And that one is an early access, but early for us because we can't use a phalanx formation. So this would be like better than our reforms, I guess, which is sad. But well, food for thought. Well, I guess we will build it, but maybe only as a third building. The Celtic Zoo, because we need money and we need food. We are already on the brink of starvation once more, and Noria needs to be a bit self-reliant. So we have a field, and we will just build another enclosure and then go for the actual cattle pens. So cattle pens everywhere, cattle pens assemble. And now we have, I guess we'll do this last after we do all the other things we got the whole province of Pannonia under our control, which is our second province ever, which is kind of sad considering this is the turn 52 or 53. I'm not even sure. Anyway, we can do another edict, and I guess we should just go with the normal edict that gives us more tax, because this province isn't really suffering too much of anything. And look, we are already the majority cultural presence here, which is nice. Let's see how much it helps that we took over. Helps a lot. Influence 23. That's just lovely. That is just lovely. I love lovely numbers. And sadly enough, we can't do anything about that, but I think we have another turn at least to build something here before slums hit us. And our income went down very quickly. So I guess the only thing that is left is to deal with the useless king of the Howling Wolves, who is fortified on top of the mountains, in between both of what used to be his cities. Cities. Your city is no longer. But before that, let's look at the diplomatic situation. Our relations with Getae went really sour. They are now officially unfriendly towards us, which is sad. Thank you very much to Failure Finuza 2.0. And I guess we should just try our luck with, how are they? And they also are unfriendly to us. So I guess we will send Finuza to the Sweb boys, and with the Illyrians we might just offer them to trade, because look at this, they are really because we released and can you hear the air quotes? Because we ransomed the Breuci troops. We lost 58 relations with them. Dude, that's harsh, man. You should be more reasonable. So I guess we should offer them, give them less opportunity to trade with us. Okay, they actually want? Yes. Because even if we do decide to go to war with them, this will just block us for 6 turns. So anyway, in the next 6 turns we won't be going to war with the Illyrians, so why not trade with them for that time. Why 121? It was 126 before we signed the agreement. Where 5 pennies went? Where are they bamboozled us again? Again they are bamboozling us, those Illyrians, those nasty Illyrians. They're up to no good, starting trouble in our neighborhood, and we will get into one little fight, and then their mom will get scared, and they'll go into Italy and start trouble there. The fuck. Where was I? Yes, Finuza 2.0, Failure Finuza. We will send her to the boys, the Sweb boys, and assuming they won't kill her, that's the last of our women. Next we will have to get Bikili a wife of his own, which might upset the balance of power. So now it's actually the time, no more delays. We will go straight for the useless king. Useless king, what was his name? Useless King Katugnatos, who I think this is the first time we ever see him. I don't even think he fought the Dorsey. He probably took over Norea and then hid here from us and then started taking attrition because we took over the place. So poo-poo for him. So let's see what he has. He has these annoying Celtic phalanxes, and I think these are Alpine X-Men. Some various spears, but mostly inferior spears. They have the Xenos Scum. This is the worst spear unit that you can get in this area, so this is good for us. Less than half a unit of Celto-Thracian sellswords, and officially 3 units of cavalry, but in reality only like 2. And of course swords for days. 1, 2, 3, 7 units in total of swords. mostly not in full strength, Celtic skirmisher, and more annoying Scordisci hunters. All in all, this should really go in our favor. I agree with this assessment, even though we only outnumber them by 100 men. Anyway, should be a fun fight, even if not a challenging one. So I don't know, maybe this will be the end of this episode. Well, after some editing, the episode is only 15 minutes long, which would be my shortest episode ever. So I decided not to do you dirty like that. And despite the official war with the Breuci not being over because the king is hiding up in the mountains and is still alive, he is so insignificant, and our victory is so guaranteed that we are just gonna ignore his aliveness. Hubris, or no, probably not really. His death is written, but no, I am pretty sure the fates have written his death into the annals of our story. So we have all gathered here today for the 4th official war council. And oh my, the situation has changed. We are more or less at least empire-ish size. We are fairly big. We have 2 provinces. Oh my god, and one bump, I guess, in Noricum. The council takes place in I guess in Segestica, because that's the last place that we conquered. And let's explore our possible war targets. First on the menu are the Scythians. They are probably a really powerful empire to our east, and we officially don't really have any issues with them. I guess other than them existing, no real problems. The next are the Arii. They are to our north. They are smelly foreigners. Those Germanic foreigners that together them and the Scythians they keep immigrating into our lands, and we struggle to hold more than 65% cultural dominance in our own the main province, capital province. So that's our issue with them, I guess. Now the Ari themselves live in Lugia and the lands there. This is basically the end of the world. the far corner of what we consider to be a civilized society, so there's not much great interest into conquering their lands. And next we have the Sweboys. The Sweboys are one of those Germanic people that are also influencing our main capital province. They have gold, and they are smelly foreigners. They are also busy in several wars, and that's it. Not much to say about them. And next we have, I bet you thought I would say the Tutulungi, but the Tulungi we can't even access them because they are on the other side of the mountain, and we can't cross the mountains. So we will address to our south. We have the Dardanoi. Now our people's relationship with the Dardanoi is complicated, because they only exist because the Drisians conquered the Tribalii and released the Dardanoi. So they invited Illyrians to take lands from the Dacians and rule in their stead, which is a very iffy thing to do in our eyes, at least. And officially they are still considered as our kin, so interesting mechanics there. And they did give us a lot of money, a large sum of money, 5,000 monies, that for us is astronomical, that did finance a whole army that invaded Noria, and we conquered Noria with basically their mercenaries. Those mercenaries did mutiny, and we did lose 500 men in the mutiny. So there's that, but no, at least officially it's not their fault. We just took them so far away from their homeland, all the way from Dardania to Noria. Oh my god, that's like one province across, so far. And the next war target is the Daorsi. Well, the Daorsi are, I guess, our frenemies. We officially collaborated with them in their war against the Breuci. They were fighting them for like a year and a half, and really fighting. Like there were huge exchanges of huge armies fighting. They were losing badly, and the Bruci, despite fighting them, they managed to conquer Noria. So very interesting dynamics there. Anyway, we came through and we swooped aside the existence of Brucia. And of course we have the Getae, are ship-shagging Celts who live up the Alps, and they have friends. They are part of some kind of Helvetii coalition up the mountains. So taking on them will mean taking on more than just them. That's what we at least know about them. And next is the elephant in the room, the Roman Empire. Now, our people's main stance with Romans is that they hate them. We literally have our third biggest, maybe our second biggest political entity, the Puturatense. That's like their main core belief is that they hate Romans. So at least a third of our population really hate Romans. And it's kind of understandable. They call us barbarians, and then really they're really arrogant in their dealing with us. Now, the main problem with them is that they are big, they are wealthy, and they have much better troops than us. So going to war against them might be a bit suicidal, because we are poor. And we can only afford 2 armies, barely. Even that, we need the gifts from the Dardanoi to help us fund the second armies. So yeah. Now let's go to the voting. The first to vote will be Queen Finuza? No, because somehow she fell down Mount Kugainon. We don't know who pushed her, but it might be us. And yeah, our new queen 2.0, is the high priestess of Kotis, and that's also why she got the position of queen. So Queen Priestess Doina, she is histrionic and thoughtful, and she will vote to go to war because she is very thoughtful. Those Romans are an imperialistic bunch. If we do not strike them first, they will surely come for us, and she might be right. The next to vote will be Chieftain Diordanos, the governor of Sarmisegetusa, which is our capital, and the site of our high holy Mount Kugainon. So he used to be the last to vote, now he is the first, so interesting how that came about. Anyway, he rules the Puturatense, and they are bigoted and xenophobic. He himself is a greedy leader who is cheerful and a planner. And he votes to go to war with Roma. Interesting. Why? Because he's confident and racist, and those Romans think they are superior to us. Let us teach them a lesson they will not soon forget. Very confident last words. And the next to vote is Chieftain Daci, the governor of Sigundum. And he is the ruler of the Burdeavense. The Burdeavense are militaristic, and they hate Romans. So I wonder what he will vote. I think yeah, we must kill all Romans, or Roans, as I misspelled here. We must kill all Romans yesterday. So his position is clear. Next to vote is Chieftain Bikili, the king's father-in-law. Well, he still calls himself the king's father-in-law because from a very technical point of view, he still is. He adopted our late queen at age 26, might I said, and that might also be the main reason why she fell down our holiest mountain. Who knows? He is the leader of our all the other tribes that aren't as big as the Puturatense and the Burdeavense. Our main people are considered patriotic and xenophile. He himself is an expansionistic leader. He is a clever egoist. That's why I guess he is plotting against us. Or is he? I guess everybody is plotting against us. Dada, at least twice, was talking shit about both our queens. Yeah. Anyway, he votes, surprisingly enough, because he is clever. He says, I can I can only stand in support for my fellow noblemen. So I guess he goes with the flow, as he knows that if he votes anywhere else, probably he will just get ignored. But the voting is not over. Next to vote will be Elizabeth, our spiritual advisor, aka the Pope. He is a cheerful academic and he's usually really out of it. He votes to go to war with the Getae. Why? Because he is a zealot. The mountains are holy to us. We should seek to control the highest mountains we can see, namely the Alps. So yep, that's what he wants, and we will, for the first time ever, we will acknowledge, at least politically, the existence of the Urbana, the witch. She is the spiritual leader of our horde minority. Now, if anyone forgot, during the first turns, we got a nasty event that we had a horde wanting to settle in Dacia. Back then, we only had Malva, and we were at war with Bastarnos, so we were really far away with our army, so we just reluctantly accepted them into our midst. So, and we also recruited her that turn, so that's how she became part of the horde. Anyway, she votes to go to war with the Scythians, because she's very cultured and she wants to go back to our roots. My people yearn to go eastwards, to return to our roots. So interesting, and I guess this was somewhat of an obvious conclusion to all this voting. If so many people want to go to war with Roma, I guess we will go to war with Roma. But anyway, our king is calm and a builder, and he thinks that the best way to build an empire is from the ashes of one you have conquered. Interesting, bold words from him. Now I'll put on my 2 cents. This is not how I would proceed normally. This is a very silly thing to do, to go to war with Rome when you are literally unprepared. We should have gone for the Orsi or the Dardanoi and really get access to some kind of better troops, better Greek troops to supplement our somewhat frankly shitty roster of Getae troops. Other than the Folksmen and maybe our bowmen, we lack. So that's the consul, maybe our last consul ever, because Rome might just beat us. Who knows? I hope to see you in the next exciting episode of Let's Get It On.